Bonjour mes amis, je m'appelle Pixlriffs, bienvenue à fifth choice server. I can't do that at all. Hello everyone, welcome back to Decidedly Vanilla on the fifth choice server. I am back from my holiday in France and feeling reinvigorated and ready to play some Minecraft. In fact, we played a lot of Minecraft yesterday because there was a 24-hour live stream, and I'm sorry that I didn't post more of an announcement about that, but Somebody has left a horse head on top of my bookshelves. Oh my gosh. Okay. Gonna have to recover from that in a second. Oh, they've sent a message. Right. Yeah, I had not noticed that at all. That's hilarious. Okay. Yeah. So we had that's completely thrown me. We had a live stream yesterday. That's what I was saying. We had a live stream yesterday. It was really awesome. We basically were gonna do another 24-hour live stream with the CherryPatch guys anyway. But the whole idea was that this time around we were going to kill the Wither, and we both ended up killing 2 Withers. So Freehaven has a beacon now, which is very exciting. The reason I'm staying up here instead of going out and showing you guys is that I want to show you guys this map. I've been making a map of the area and just putting it up on this wall, but I don't really like it in this place because it's not, I mean, this is kind of the central part of Freehaven, so it kind of makes sense to have it there, but having it in this 3x3 space, it feels kind of cramped, and I want it to be more expansive as a map of the area. Feels like it should be somewhere outside, and Clandlewood has a map on the back of his wall of dye, so I'm going to add these 2 squares to the map because he's already got this one. But yeah, the map is looking really awesome, so I'm going to show you guys more of that when I take this down, provided that I can retrieve it from the ceiling where it decides to lodge itself. Okay, so let's take a trip downstairs, and there haven't been a great deal of updates to the house, apart from the sign that says Horsehead, which frankly is going to stay there because it's hilarious. So I'm going to head out and show you guys what's up. The other thing is I've received an angry note, more on that later, but for now, Freehaven is looking really cool. There's a lot of stuff coming along here. Kane has done fantastic work on the natural spa, which I will visit first on my kind of meandering way over to Clandlewood's place. This is the natural spa, and it's a little bit noisy now. You kind of need to turn down your block sounds for it, but there is fire underneath all of this, making the particles appear, and it just looks so cool as like a natural kind of spring. I think he's still planning on decorating the area a little bit, you know, getting an assistant in here, probably a Brian. And yeah, it's going to be really cool. He's going to have a nice little setup over here. Over here, Dolan's place seems to have been mysteriously covered in sand. I had no part in this, and I will probably let Dolan deal with that. Over here, Ovi has removed the bouncy castle at my request, because this is going to be the future site of Freehaven Bistro. Looking forward to having it right next to the health inspector's place, but hopefully we'll be up to code. And he's left the door, which I find hilarious. He says he didn't place it, so he's happy to leave it there. But yeah, I'm going to build Freehaven Bistro here, and next door to it, in between that and the Sugar Shack, I'm going to build Pixel Design Company. A couple of people have requested a little bit of help with interiors and stuff, because they say I'm pretty good at designing detail for interiors. So I'm more than happy to do that, and I'm going to set up a design agency so people can come and request my help, maybe do commissions, maybe just give advice, that kind of thing. I'm looking forward to doing that immensely. The art has changed, which is kind of fun. And this has been going constantly since the 24-hour stream, and I've no idea if it causes any lag or anything. And personally, I think we should turn it off. Jeff's here. Hello. Me and Jeff always seem to play at the same time because he plays late at night and I play first thing in the morning. So him being in the States and me being in the UK, it kind of works out that way. Hey, Jeff. This is Kane's shed. He was building the museum, which, by the way, looks fantastic. Like, as soon as he mentioned that he was building this huge glass wall to be like this museum in Southampton, which I'm vaguely familiar with, where you can see inside to the contents, but you don't actually get to go in and walk around it until you kind of find the entrance. I immediately was on board with this, because I think, you know, despite the fact that it's a little bit square, things in Minecraft tend to be square. Like, it's a little bit difficult to get a huge amount of detail into some of them if you're not that familiar with building with, stairs and slabs, and it gets very tricky. But he's done a fantastic job. I love the wall design here, the way it kind of fades from the diorite there into andesite and then diorite again in that stripe. It looks really neat. Anyway, back to this. This was him asking for shed loads of andesite, and I built him a shed and then put loads of andesite in it. It was, to be honest, the shed itself did not really, the amount of resources I provided did not live up to the size of the shed, but there you go. And he turned it all into polished andesite to build this place, so really can't complain there. We almost trapped a baby zombie here. It was stuck in this wall because I think it was tracking Kane and it didn't want to go anywhere, and we were so close to having it trapped in there permanently, and it had a little stick and we were going to call it a garden gnome. We had a little red hat for it. It was incredible. And then it got out and decided to attack Kane. So in future, if we trap a baby zombie, we are absolutely turning it into a garden gnome. Although I believe this area may be up for redevelopment, considering the health inspector doesn't like it. But what can you do? We're going to have to find a place where we can set up a pond, and that would be an incredible detail. I might even sell that to somebody as part of the design agency. Do you want a baby zombie in your garden pretending to be a garden gnome? Why wouldn't you? It's incredible. Yeah, I turned Swordfish's furnaces into an amplifier because of the caving episode we had. That's in one of his videos. You'll find it. It's hilarious. This is apparently just me updating you on stuff in the town, which is kind of cool. I've just had a peek of Zlow's hostelry, and for a start, incredible pun. For somebody for whom English is not their first language, the man has an incredible grasp of puns, which is why he fits into our server so well. So yeah, this is ZlowEXP's hostelry. It's still under construction. I think this is just the facade, and that's an in-joke from his videos. You need to go see that. So yeah, we're going to have a hostelry, which I think he intends to make into like an actual hostile mob spawning area, just somewhere dark in there. Or maybe he has different plans for it, I don't know. But his whole biz is sacrificing creatures to aid his diabolical dark magic schemes, which, I could be on board with, especially if it means killing mobs for fun. Let's check out the mango tree, see if there's anything cool in here. I've been using a lot of chests recently. I'm going to take a chest, going to leave an iron ore block. I don't really... An iron ore block and an iron ingot. That'll do. That'll get somebody on their way towards building some iron tools or something like that. Mr. Maraka Humagami is back in town, which I'm quite happy about, to be honest. I didn't get to interact with him much because he was always away from his stall in Trevor when I was on the old server. And that seems to be the case here as well. He's evidently decided to keep that as a running thing. But speaking of running, he has been running, and he's ended up in this hole down here. I wonder what he's doing down here. Clandlewood will probably have an explanation for that once he gets back from AFKing, but for now it's Mr. Maraka Humagami's hole of shame or something. At least some responsible citizen has made sure he's walled off over here, so he's not going to go attacking anything or anyone. Not that Mr. Maraka Humagami is a violent person, but hostile mobs and snow golems tend to not mix very well. So yeah, anyway, we've somehow meandered our way over to Clandlewood's wall of stuff, and there's some stuff has happened with his horse, but I'll let him get to that. So his wall of dye, on the back of it has this map, and now that the map has updated a little bit, I thought I would add a couple of squares. I do hope this isn't something he's planning to do himself, and if he is, obviously he can give the maps back to me. But yeah, the map is really filling out. I haven't got this square over here that kind of completes where Jeff's house is, but my house is up there looking like an absolute mess. Of course it does. I've never designed anything with like the aerial view in mind, but maybe I can do that in future. But for now it kind of looks like, oh, something's happened to Kaboom. For now it kind of looks like some weird pretzel or croissant or something. Maybe I've just got croissant on the brain because I've just come back from France, but the town square is there. It's looking pretty cool. There's Dolan's shop, currently covered in sand. And the Cow Rocket Museum looks pretty cool now. It almost looks like a building we would have in... No, mobs aren't all that friendly in caves, Kaboom. Glad you've made that observation. This almost looks like the aerial view of a build we would have on the old Spawn. So it's almost like the spirit of Decidedly Vanilla has kind of come with us in the form of this Cow Rocket Museum, which I guess makes sense because it's kind of how we got there. You'll notice also that the beacon is up there and is black right now because Paige decided to be all creepy about it. Ominous. But yeah, I reckon the regular beacon beam kind of looks the best for me because it's kind of the same colour as our names. Any kind of like blue, like diamond blue color stuff I'm well on board with for the color of the beacon, because that's kind of like, this is Freehaven, you know. So yeah, this is like Clandle Corner over here with all of his little builds, and that build on top of the cliff, which I was puzzled about for a while, because the only people who hadn't built a house yet were Ovi and Swordfish, and so I figured, you know, that's probably one of them. But yeah, it turns out that's Clandle, and he's got big plans for that. Might see a little bit more of that in a future video, but we will see. Yeah, Dolan's house over here, still going strong, still with his ridiculously large waterfall, but at least it's not lava anymore, guy. Well done. And I think we are planning to build some kind of, like, there's maybe a theme park planned over there. We all know how theme parks go for Decidedly Vanilla. On the last server, we had one in theory. In practice, it was just a gate and a set of good intentions, but I think this time around we could really make it work, because people have been super active on this server, and everyone is just kind of inspiring everybody else to build cool stuff, which is what I love about survival multiplayer. I think it's one of the best aspects of the game, is people just sharing ideas and having all these cool notions, and everyone just motivating each other to get stuff done. Bambiable is an absolute machine. He's finished the Guardian farm already. I've been gone a week, and I guess he had a lot of help from the other crew of CherryPatch, but yeah, they've finished the Guardian farm now. The mechanism is all up and running, so you can go and get Prismarine, sea lanterns, pretty much anything that you can get from Guardians, you know, infinite fish, if you want to, without going fishing, and they will be absolutely valuable in future builds. Like, I'm planning on building a bunch with Prismarine, especially in the Nether, because oh my goodness, guys, I don't know if you've ever bothered to build enough stuff in the Nether that you have tried Prismarine there. It looks amazing. Just the contrast between Netherrack as it currently is and the Prismarine blocks is just superb, and I really want to work it into more of my builds out there, but right now my builds have kind of got a cobblestoney vibe. Let's move on to the angry letter, shall we? I received an angry note on my door as soon as I got back, and I think it may be tied in with the horse's head, to be honest, but thankfully Trouble and apparently Liam Perrins has decided to shack up with Trouble now, presumably because Clandle couldn't keep her anywhere else, but yes, it may be tied in with this. I opened the angry letter on the live stream, and this is what I saw, which was kind of flabbergasting, to be honest. I've not the least understanding of Russian or any kind of way of reading the Russian alphabet. Is it Cyrillic? I think it's Cyrillic. Anyway, so the only words I understood were Impulse SV and Zlo and Clandle, but thankfully they provided a helpful translation on the second page, which says, we, Clandlewood and ZloEXP, are hardly insisting on you adding a no-no farm by Impulse SV to the Skeleton Grinder. We'll also need to automate a cow farm next to it for infinite cowage. Yours angrily, Zlolywood. That's their ship name. I'm not I'm not going to go there, but that's definitely their ship name. So in the end, we ended up doing it on the live stream, and to be honest, Zlo did most of it himself because he was familiar with the design. He'd recently built one over at his own base, but then decided to take it down because he didn't like the location of it. So we set it up in the AFK room of the skeleton spawner, and I will run over here quickly to show you. Everything down here is pretty peachy right now. Paige walled off, or I guess ceilinged off this whole area because zombies were dropping in there from the top. I have not noticed any zombie interference. Wow, I can speak English. I've not noticed any zombies around here since, but I've not spent a great deal of time here because I've been over at the double zombie spawner, which I might get to show you quickly at the end of this video. I'm a little bit conscious of time, and I kind of have a lot of stuff to update you guys on. But anyway, villagers over there are doing fine, and people are trading with them and stuff, so it's all good. So if you go into the AFK room now, there is another little chamber off here, so you can set the skeleton spawner going, and you still are right up close to the skelly farm, so you can AFK almost there. You can set all of these running, and this is a nano farm, and I'm going to demonstrate this for you now because it's incredible. The dispensers fire out bone meal, and you just receive a ton of carrots by holding down right click. I guess it works on the principle that, oh goodness, that's going to be loud. Okay, it works on the principle that crops, when planted in a dark space, or when when a dark space is created around them, they pop off. And yeah, there's a water source block in there keeping this farmland hydrated. The dispensers fire out bone meal, which helps the plants to grow, and then you just reap the benefits. And those are more carrots than I need, quite frankly. So I'm going to take a bunch of them just in case I run out of food, but I probably won't eat them a great deal. I'm going to store them probably for making golden carrots for night vision potions and stuff. Anyway, this back dispenser is not firing. I'm not sure if it's something... I have blocked this in just for aesthetic reasons, but I might kind of open it out again, take a look at the design myself, and see if there's anything that we can do to fix that. But I'm not going to do that right now because redstoning on camera is not really my thing. I try and do that off camera if I can because I am pretty terrible at it, guys. But anyway, yeah, I've started doing tutorials. Speaking of redstoning on camera, I've started doing a couple of tutorials, and the most recent one was a wishing fountain, which I've actually installed over at the double zombie spawner, but it was based on the design of this stone head. I really wanted to do something more with that, and at first I thought you can put a dispenser in the back and it will dispense water, so you could turn on and off the water flow if you wanted to. But then after that, I thought, why couldn't you just put a dispenser in the back, have a water flow placed on the block in front of it, and then have the dispenser still churn out stuff? And there are these, like, fortune-telling stone heads in some places. I think they're more of, like, a tourist trap kind of thing than anything. But let's check this area for zombies really quickly. I think it's going to be okay. Okay, the Endermen are freaking angry. I'm going to get away from there. So yeah, the zombies are going to congregate around this tree over here, and that's pretty much all they do right now, which hopefully is all they're going to do ever. Yeah, exactly, you can't get in there. Get away. Yeah, I decided to make the stone head kind of like a fortune-telling thing, but it's basically a wishing fountain, and if you follow my channel and watch my videos in order, then you've probably already seen the tutorial for it, but I'm going to head over to the Nameless Ruin now, just to kind of update you on things. Anyway, Angry Letter conditions more or less satisfied. I don't know about the Infinite Cow Farm right now, because I know Jefferson is planning on basically having a monopoly on cows for now, and I don't really want to tread on his toes in that respect, because I like having builds around here that lend to the sense of economy, like the sugar shack. We could all go out and gather sugarcane. We could even automate sugarcane farms of our own if we wanted to, but I like the fact that somebody has set up a business finally, so we can actually, you know, debate. We can actually... Kaboom's throwing me off by saying things in the chat. We can actually, like, start having an economy and buy and sell things and that kind of thing. Oh no, only one diamond ore, that sucks. Oh, I don't know what to tell you, to be honest. I'm pretty lucky with diamonds on this server so far, and I've not needed that many of them, so yeah, I'm kind of doing okay, but my sympathies, Kaboom, my sympathies. This place looks so cool with the sea lanterns and stuff in it now. Anyway, I'm going to run you over to my new portal because I have a new and an old portal, and wow, they've added the thing from the town square. Oh my gosh, I hadn't even seen that yet. That is a superb touch. Hats off to whoever did that. It's probably Core, because Core, like Bamb, is kind of an industrious gentleman, and he's been doing a lot of work. Like this nether hub, for a start, looks ridiculous. Look at the dome. That is an incredible dome. Pretty much all Core. Like, he was taking donations for the materials, but Core did most of it, if not all of it. Obviously we've got sea lanterns everywhere now because Bam's Guardian Farm is all the way over there somewhere, and yeah, the tunnel to it is all sealed off now. It's got a rail and stuff. Kaboom is done. So yeah, this is the kind of temporary path, and Core put this in because Paige has a house out this way, which is in that cobblestone block, and if you're looking to the left of screen, you can already see what I've been building. But yeah, they've got a house out there. Paige and Core are kind of an item now, so I kind of refer to Paige's house as Paige and Core's house. It's because they're shacking up, as it were. Not in real life, sadly, because they are separated by an ocean, but I know what that's like, because my wife is American, so best of luck to them. Anyway, yeah, this is the portal to the Nameless Ruin now. There was one down there, which I was quite pleased with, but it was causing problems when Paige and Core set their portal up because of the height difference and stuff in the nether, the fact that the portals are all going to be closer together. The portal in the temple was the right sort of height to link up to this portal instead of the one that I'd put down there like 40 blocks down. So I was coming out of my temple in Paige and Core's portal, and then I could just go straight to their house, which, you know, while convenient, was not my intention. So yes, this is the portal to the Nameless Ruin now, and it's pretty well set up for the time being. I have plans for this area, which I will go into next episode, but this is really like update on the server since I've been away, so I thought I will probably leave the building until next time, but I have a bunch of really cool plans. I'm looking forward to sharing them with you guys. So to get back to the zombie spawner, for now at least, what we need to do is come all the way down here. See, this is me putting prismarine in places. We'll see how that turns out, but basically I need to drop down here and go to the old portal because I haven't set up a new portal to the zombie spawner. So anybody on the server who wants to continue using the double zombie spawner, and people have, which I'm very happy about, feel free to keep visiting this portal. I know it's a little bit more dangerous to get to around the nether hub now, but this is the way to get to it for the minute, and I'll probably do something about this relatively soon. But this video is going out the day I record it, so you won't necessarily see the benefits of that yet. Anyway, this is the double zombie spawner, and I have more or less finished the design, at least of this main area. Obviously it's all kind of overgrown in keeping with the Nameless Ruins theme. There's still a build chest and stuff out here, and I don't know for certain what I'm going to do, but I want a ground floor entrance to the Nameless Ruin, because right now it kind of pops out of a trapdoor over here, and that's not all that convenient for me. Like, the temple is over there somewhere. I kind of want to make sure I can get in and out of this with relative ease without having to go through the nether. So I'm going to build a path over to it and then effect some kind of entrance in this direction. But for now, at least, the zombie spawner is finished for all intents and purposes. I still have to do a little bit of work on the stock room, because obviously the overstock room in the skeleton spawner is kind of hectic, but that's mainly because it has bows, arrows and bones in it, and the only junk you really get from the zombie spawner is going to be armor and then zombie flesh, which I've been trading away to villagers and stuff. So pretty much any time zombie flesh arrives in here, that's what I've been taking it for, and I have a ton of emeralds now, so I'm very happy about this. So yeah, I've been asking people to combine armor over here until I get more chests in place. The enchanting setup is right over here. We have brewing setup down here. And yeah, plenty of melons and stuff. There's netherwort in there as well. People have been making splash potions, which is very cool. I think this chest here has quite a few. It does, fantastic. So yeah, initial problems with this were solved pretty quickly. We have the baby zombie playpen, which people can come down here and whack the baby zombies all day every day, and that's going to allow them to collect down there without clogging this up. The problem was chicken jockeys, because they appear, the chicken floats up into the water, suffocates the baby zombie in the water above it, and then just hangs out in this water block. My solution for that: install the chicken sniping window, so anybody who comes down here can pretty much pick off the chickens as they appear in the tube and break off any blockages. But that is a problem for people who AFK, so a more permanent solution may be worked on, but personally I don't think you really need to AFK much at this. For a start, it's going to break the server, because the rates it gets are kind of ridiculous, and people have suggested already putting stuff on a timer to make sure that we don't completely flood the place, but you really don't need to AFK for very long. It's really, the AFK room here is really for, like, 5-minute bursts at the most, and you'll get enough zombies in that time. I can pretty much guarantee it. And the best thing is the kill mechanism allows you to kind of hold off the zombies above until that time. So I mean, you can even keep the zombie spawner running, get rid of a bunch of zombies, and then just watch a bunch more drop in. It's fine. Anyway, last of all, we have the Nameless God's wishing fountain. The Nameless God demands tribute, but first read the book. That's how he works. The Nameless God is a bureaucratic god, if nothing else. So yeah, this is the thing I built in a tutorial video. I will link that on screen now if you want to go and see how to build that if you haven't already. I don't know if there are any people who watch my channel but don't watch the tutorial videos I've been making recently. There's only a few of them. But anyway, this is the Nameless God's fountain, and these are the rules. The Nameless God demands you read them. Do not look into the mouth of the Nameless God, basically telling people don't look in the dispenser. I'm going to look in the dispenser now. This is what you could get, guys, but don't be driven mad with grief and jealousy, because that's a bad thing. I'm probably going to put some cool prizes in here eventually, but for now this is what you're getting. So throw a single gold ingot into the fountain. That is very important, because if you throw a stack of gold ingots you still only get one prize. So that's something to bear in mind. 3. The Nameless God may choose to provide you with a glorious prize, the diamond, the gold apple, or he may chew your gold and spit it out, hence the gold nuggets. To be honest, like, I know this is a bit weird. It's a little bit kind of stingy, I suppose, to ask people to throw in a gold ingot and get a gold nugget back, but for a start I needed more gold because I've been curing a bunch of zombie villagers, so that's kind of the reason I built this in the first place, other than as a challenge to myself. Secondly, gold nuggets kind of prompt people to make splash potions of healing over here, which go towards the zombie spawner, which is always good. And thirdly, it's just fun. Like I people have been throwing gold in here just for a laugh. I came back here and there were like 30 gold ingots in the chest down here, which you can actually access through a stair block. Don't tell anyone. But yeah, the whole kind of concept of it, I think, is quite fun, and it's a little bit different to your average, like, asking gold for stuff at a shop. Anyway, inform me if tribute is no longer accepted. Basically, if the dispenser runs out of items, or if you happen to peek in there and risk your sanity, if you see that there are no longer a diamond or a golden apple in there and you don't want to waste your gold, let me know and I'll put them back in there, because I don't mind putting prizes and stuff in here. In fact, Bambible is working on a gold farm right now, which is probably going to break the economy of this whole thing, and if people find that they're not bothering to donate gold, or they're just donating gold to get a diamond, I might change this to lapis blocks, because I've been doing a lot of enchanting as well, and while we have a decent supply of lapis in here for now, I will want a supply of that moving forward. Kaboom has found a water temple, goodness knows where he is, and his score is getting pretty high. I'm amazed, but I think he's going for the win this time around. So yeah, that is everything, other than the Nameless God demands you have fun. He's a very demanding guy, this guy. Not entirely sure what his deal is, but he also demands you turn off the spawner, because, yeah, if this area stays loaded in and the zombie spawner is running and nobody is here, chaos ensues. Kaboom has 2 ocean temples by his base. I kind of want to go and raid one of them anyway. I know we have a guardian farm now, so there's really no point. But then again, you know, it's just fun. You may as well just go and fight some guardians. Anyway, that is probably where I'm going to leave it, folks. This is kind of updating you on what I've done since the last episode, I guess. So that is probably the best thing. Best place to leave it. That's all. That's all I'm going to do. Obviously, other people have got updates on their bases, but you need to go and watch their videos for that, because I don't know what I'm going to spoil and what I'm going to leave, you know, unspoiled. Whatever stuff they will already have shown off, or they don't mind. I'm going to stop yammering. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Decidedly Vanilla. My name has been Pixlriffs. Please leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more. Tutorials are going to come out more frequently, I think. Decidedly Vanilla is going to come out more frequently, because, let's be real here. Let's turn off F5 and be real here. You are inside my head. I'm thinking about scrapping Decidedly Neapolitan from my schedule, or at the very least, like, I think I'm probably going to restrict it to just being live streams and playing for fun, as opposed to making videos from it, because I'll be honest, I'm way more excited about the stuff we're doing here on the 5th Choice server with DV, and I have enough content that I want to be producing more videos, and it's frustrating me more that I don't have the time to do, like, so much in an episode. Like, I don't want my episodes to be 50 minutes long, but I have so much I want to do. So yeah, I'm considering putting DV episodes out on Mondays and scrapping Decidedly Neapolitan, having Mondays and Fridays be DV and DV alone, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays will hopefully continue to be Portal once I get the rest of that playthrough sorted out, and Wednesday's going to be multiplayer, and then weekends will be bonus videos and tutorials and stuff. Yeah, I'm thinking about that. I would love to know what you guys think. I know a couple of you guys are fans of DN as well, so I feel bad kind of... I'm not going to completely abandon it, and I'll definitely come back to it in future, but right now, Vanilla is my home, Vanilla is what I know, and I have so many ideas for this place that I really just want to get going on, and I don't want to wait until next week to do them, so... yeah, I hope you guys are okay with that, because that's probably what I'm going to end up doing. But if you have any ideas about that, if you have any kind of comments and things, if you think it would be best for me to bring out more videos per day, or to keep doing Decidedly Neapolitan and just stick with it, I don't know. But yeah, I'm not ready for modded stuff yet. There's just so much cool stuff in vanilla. Anyway, I will stop waffling, because this video has gone on long enough. Again, thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have been enjoying the vanilla content, and I will see you all soon. Bye for now.